I have reached 8,000 days in my hardcore Minecraft world. Lots of stuff was built into my last short film, so let's go over everything that happened in the last 1,000 days, starting off on day 7,001. I had lots of ideas for projects, but I couldn't live in my base without a bit of an upgrade to the landscape around my storage room. It was missing something essential. That thing was custom trees. Those trees were fun to build and didn't take too long. My next idea was a project called the Chronon Pit. My original idea was to transform a pre-existing cave, but I ended up hollowing out a hole myself about 20 blocks over and using this build for the project instead. Due to me mainly applying this world for fun, I didn't think to record the first half-ish of the building process, but let's get into a time-lapse and do the second half. Oh, this wandering trader just dropped down from, like, I don't even know where, but he just, like, dropped down from the sky and landed on the powder snow. How did you get down here, bro? Bro knows how to find me. God dang. Dang, I was not expecting that. I thought it was, like, a zombie or something, but nope. Wandering trader. This thing is built to act as an access point to an amethyst farm, so let's actually build this farm now. The amethyst farm is now kind of done. Well, I realized that it's not actually that efficient, and all the hoppers are creating lag, so at the end of the day the amethyst farm is kind of pointless to make, but at least we now have a cool machine and we can just activate the flying machines one by one and harvest all the crystals. So that's something. But yeah, the Chronon Pit is done, and it is really cool. I feel so good. Took way longer than I expected though. And yep, there is actually also a secret parkour that you can take all the way up to the top, and I'm not going to do it right now, but you could do it if you wanted to. And there's a lot of other cool stuff here. We have paintings everywhere, and I don't know if I showed this on camera, but I made this little band room in there that I'm really proud of. Basically, if you go over to this ledge and then go down this little cave, boom, grunge band. I came up with some really cool build hacks. I'm very proud of this, like, guitar thingy and this drum set. I used some armor stand magic and also some custom textures from a resource pack I've made. They're just renamed sheets of paper. I also made this very funky tree with oak mini blocks, fence gates, and even an armor stand in there. But yeah, it's a very fun build. Although I did do other stuff other than just the Chronon Pit. Although it wasn't stuff that I spent a while on. The main focus was definitely the Chronon Pit. Namely, I made a lot of progress just in the last little bit on this massive area. And then I also, in the middle of the Cardon pit, I took a break from the project and just spent a day doing a bunch of terraforming. And I absolutely transformed the Acropolis Highlands, is what this region is called, with a bunch of custom terrain and really cool custom trees that I came up with using dripstone. This is dripstone. I have previously built a custom river and lake behind the buildings already here, and today it is finally time to expand to the other side of these water features. First up is a platform for everything else to go on. I hate to interrupt the time lapse, but there is important stuff I must show and important stuff I must do. As you can see from the time lapse I just got out of, I've gotten a lot more progress on this little section right here, and I've turned on some nice shaders. My render distance is lower than it usually is, but you get some nice shaders in exchange. As you can see, I built a stream here, and there's a skylight, and yep, here's that little daylight sensor model I made earlier. A secret door to somewhere. I wonder where. So all kinds of cool detailing tricks. And then this is the place I was just working on, Charm. It's a fashion shop called Charm, and it's magical fashion. It's the tagline. We got a bunch of people here, all looking at the various clothing options. And if you listen closely, there's even some subtle ambience. It's very quiet in actuality because I don't want it to be too obtrusive while I'm building, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to add to the atmosphere, but not, like, be overwhelming. And I actually had to put this really far underground. It's generated by a glow squid head, which is generated via a data pack I have for more mob heads, far underground beneath the building. And there's some spit redstone stuff I don't need anymore. Brand new custom texture that, in my opinion at least, looks very nice. And
please subscribe. If you do, you will instantly become charming and fashionable. Even a like would go a long way. Anyway, the next thing on my list is an arcade. I have some really cool ideas, so let's get started.
I have a few more builds to add to this district before moving on to another project. Let's get into a time lapse and finish this place off for now. Build looks great, but for now I have other business to attend to. What I am about to build was originally designed by Digital Chaos 119, although I have made my own improvements to it. That's right, we have a spider farm to build. Would you look at this thing? It's just insane. Like, look at all these spiders that are falling down, and if you go down here, it's roughly but not quite max efficiency, but like, look just how many spiders there are. If I turn on hitboxes, damn, they just keep falling. It's an endless stream. I just AFK'd for about 5 minutes, and yeah, it produces a lot of string. Sure does. It's very fast. Wow. And funny thing is, you can kind of get hit by the spiders if you stand in the right spot. Admittedly, I did use Lightmatica to build it with Easy Place mode from the creative mode world that I had designed it in, and then I just basically used an easy to follow blueprint to put it in this world. But that's the kind of stuff I don't usually want to use, but I did for this farm, and on second thought, it wasn't really necessary. And in the future, I really only want to use that if it's absolutely necessary. And on the rates of this thing, I'm not entirely sure. I know that it's over 20,000 string per hour. It's probably more like 25 to 30k. But yeah, that comes with a big asterisk, so I don't really know. And anyway, let's get on to the next part of the video. The next farm we are going to build. Next up is a bartering farm. I'm using a farm designed by Logical Geek Boy, but first we have to wrangle some piglins. I admittedly wrangled these piglins before actually choosing a design. Thus I have 32 piglins, meaning that if any die during construction, there are 8 spares to take their place. Unintentional, but a nice insurance. Now let's build this thing. Bartering farm's done, and I'm now going to do my best to try to get piglins in here. Alright. It's harder with the bow guys, because they'll want to attack you from a range. Makes them a lot harder to control. Almost. Oh gosh, they're starting to kill each other. Let's just kill all the bow guys. They seem to be just causing murder. So many of them are dying. Oh, this is going very well. There we go. Oh no! Oh no. I had to call them because my world was more important than these piglins. Logical Geek Boy who made the farm actually had a pretty good method of trapping piglins that I haven't tried yet. I'll try that one. And according to Logical Geek Boy, if we put a trapdoor here, the player can pass through but piglins can't. And now by flying up and back down, I should be able to spawn some like piglins and stuff to just aggro and get them over to the spot where the piglins go. Okay, we got hoglins. There's a Crimson Forest over there apparently. It's not piglins that you get, just kill the mobs. Oh, those look like some piglins. Stand here. Great, they can't pass. Lamb tag you, break the slime. There we go. Hi. Okay, 2. Oh god! Oh! Oh, that was scary. Excellent. That was easy. Well then, okay. Piglins! Yeah, they're just zombies, guys, into Magma Cube. Oh! First try! Alright. 1. 2. Let me do one thing real quick. If we got all the piglins we need, this number right here should be 25. Excellent! It's 25. There's no items on the ground. Okay, okay. That means we have 24 piglins, and then the other entity that's rendering is this hopper minecart right here. Excellent. Damn, okay, that took almost twice as long as actually building the farm. Gotta love it. Put all my gold in there, and then I'll start the hopper clock. Ooh! Dang. Nice. Even though I couldn't use any of the crossbow guys and had to capture several new sword piglins, the farm is now finally complete. It's time for me to introduce my next project. The day was 1500. It was a different time and I needed acacia wood for a build. I thoughtlessly tore the trees out of the biome, leaving a dying ecosystem in its place. It's been over 6,000 days since that catastrophe, and it's about time I make up for the sins of my past. My next project is rebuilding this biome as a thriving savanna. We are at day 7,999, which is almost at milestone day. I was just building a little bit of path here after just cleaning up the world a little bit, and I think I'm finally ready to give the city a name. This is Aero Tempora, my base. Yeah, the sun's going down, Man, I always fly over to this area when I reach a milestone. It's like, maybe I should just, like, I'm tradition almost. The really cool part is that, like, 8,000 days is 4/5 to 10,000. Like, that's wild how close I am to 10,000 days. I'm so excited. But yeah, everything looks so good now. Time to get to the vet as always. Yo, that was perfect. 8,000 days, yo.